Oh, okay, good morning. Today is July 24th, July 24th.
Yeah.
And we're sitting in the big house with Suzanne Madison and Miriam. We're doing the interview for the 2017 newsletter. Thank you for your time. What are you working on there?
I'm working on putting a hem in my daughter's pants.
Oh,
Miriam.
okay. So you're going to
So
use
she-
a sewing machine or do
No,
hand
I'm
sew?
doing it by hand this time because I was sitting here and it's my last day at the lake this
Yeah.
year. So I kind of want to just be here and
Oh,
watch
okay.
what everybody's doing.
Yeah, folks will come and go. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for your time. Can you tell us a little bit about this last year for you? What was a highlight? What's something that's coming up that is a challenge or something you're working on this last year?
Well, this last year we completed a second year living, my husband Jim and I. We completed living in a second year in an apartment in La Mesa, California, and we took care of our grandsons Owen and Milo. And from there, and then in February we moved to a house which Miriam and Tyler bought so we could rent from them.
So the apartment you were in previously, was that just your apartment or was it Aaron and...
No, it was our apartment.
Your
It was about 5 blocks away from
I see.
Aaron and Allison.
Okay.
And so a highlight was just being able to go over to their house in the morning and take walk Milo to school,
What a blessing.
and that's just lots of fun to spend time with him. So that's what I did a lot this year. While Aaron was recuperating from his fall of a year ago, he had a broken ankle.
Ugh.
And he had surgery. So, okay, well,
The ham is looking pretty nice now.
yep.
And you, this next year coming up, is there something different, or so you're? The biggest difference is the housing. You're now living in a house.
We haven't moved into it yet.
Oh.
When we go back to San Diego in October, November, the house will have been renovated. It's a mid-century place that had to be gutted,
Oh, okay.
and so we'll be moving into basically a new
A new
place.
house. Hey.
And we had put everything in the garage.
Oh, while they're renovating.
Yes. So Jim will go back alone. I won't be with him to do this. The highlight of this coming year is I am traveling with Miriam and Tyler to Bangladesh in a few days, and we hopefully will be getting a baby from a surrogate. And
This is, and it's happening within 24 hours. You'll be leaving, and then you'll be en route. So that is
Yes.
probably the biggest moment of what's happening now. Yes.
yes.
So, thank you. So let's talk about your children in birth order and kind of where they're at and anything to report about them. So your oldest child, Jonathan, what's he up to?
Jonathan has been living in San Diego or in La Mesa, and he's been helping Aaron finish his house.
Oh,
And he's been living in Aaron's upstairs. Aaron has a room up there that Jonathan has kind of moved into and made into his apartment.
okay.
And then at night he comes over and makes dinner for Jim and Suzie. And the rest of the time he's working on his band. At the beginning of the year he was going to Pensacola, Florida a lot, or Mobile, Alabama, because his band Superfunk Fantasy was playing for weddings and such, weddings
Okay.
and shows.
Okay.
So that's what he was doing, and I really don't know what his next project is, and that'll be exciting to see what he does from here.
Yep. So
Talented
he would not
fellow.
say he's California resident. He'd say kind of California and Florida.
Right. Yeah, he's kind of still a
Wow.
Florida resident.
Wow. So that's your number one. And your
That's number one.
two is
Jos-
Jos, who's not here yet.
Joseph should be arriving sometime
Oh,
today with his
okay.
wife Sarah and his son Simon. And Joseph is an English teacher at Pasadena High School. And we really hoped when we moved to California that we'd be able to see more of them. But it's kind of a nightmare driving between San Diego and Los Angeles. So
Yes.
we saw less of them this year.
Oh,
We'll see how that goes
shoot.
as time goes on and when we're not so committed with driving Owen and Milo to school or home
Yeah,
from school.
when they get a little older and then they get
Yes,
them.
we could be busier with that, or we could be less busy, have more time to go here and there and do things. We'll see. And Joseph is teaching English,
Yes.
and Simon is going to be starting first grade, and Sarah is still working for the MMPA. Then Aaron is doing really well with his band. Aaron and Allison and Owen and Milo live 4 houses away from us now, and Aaron is still playing with pop vinyl. I mean, it's his band.
Oh,
He's-
right, yeah.
And he's got a really bunch of good musicians. It's really fun to be able to go and hear them when they play an afternoon
Oh, yeah.
beach party.
You don't go to the late night
Yeah,
stuff.
we don't go to his shows
Yeah.
usually, just in the daytime.
But Jos is also doing that on the side. He's got a band.
Yeah,
and he's-
Joseph plays with some teachers, and
They're teachers. I didn't know that.
well, the one is I'm not sure about the rest of them, but the guy who kind of not owns it, but runs it, he's a teacher.
okay.
In fact, I think he's a junior high music teacher.
Oh, that reminds me of the SNL sketch.
Yeah.
Okay, and then third child is No,
Aaron, and I did
Aaron,
Aaron.
Aaron.
Okay, now Miriam is married to Tyler, and they live in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. And their biggest news is they are traveling to Bangladesh in the next few days. We're all going together. And they've had the last 2 years has been an anxious time for them, trying to have a baby. And now a surrogate is going to give birth to a baby.
and we don't know the gender.
We do not know the gender yet, and we do not know the birth date, but it's coming. It's coming, and we just
What a
pray that everything
Fun
goes
moment
well.
for everyone
Yes.
and for them. Now, how long will they stay in Saudi Arabia?
I think they'll stay another year or maybe 2.
I see.
It's a really nice living situation for them. And
Mary-
Miriam is changing jobs this year. She's
Oh.
going to be a learning coach, and Tyler is still going to be admin. And that's
But they both finished their master's degrees.
there we go.
Boom.
They finished their master's degrees this summer in Florida, and then they came back to San Diego to administer the
Oh.
renovation of their
Oh,
home.
gee, yeah. Well, they'll be so delighted that it's over.
So fun.
And what have we forgotten?
Jim?
Aaron and Allison. Allison is still teaching in San Diego.
She teaches Coronado, and she takes
Coronado.
her boys to school there, so she hopes to complete their education there. Milo will be riding with him next year because he'll start kindergarten.
They drive to school
They
together.
drive to
Okay.
school. It's about a half-hour drive, so she gets to have that time with them. That's very, very
Yeah,
special for them.
that's neat.
And that it will be more this year. So Owen will be in 2nd grade, and Milo will be in kindergarten already.
3 going on 4 grandchildren.
Darlings.
And what does your husband do in his free time?
He reads a lot. He walks a lot. He cleans the house. Cleans our house, and he helps take care of the boys, and he drives for the Red Cross.
Oh, volunteer work.
Yes.
I saw a picture of that.
He, there's my sister. Hi. Oh,
Hi. Yes. Oh, I look forward to interviewing you sometime, Auntie Donna. So, okay, well,
So that's my
have
news.
safe travels.
I'm
It sounds like
good.
everyone's in a good spot. And yeah, so glad. Aren't you glad you gave your children the gift of music? And then,
I am.
and then they've used their gifts in many different ways. Miriam's like teaching piano. Whoever
Yes. What is it? This is Miriam's traveling clothes.
Oh, great. I'm so glad Donna got in there. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Polly,
Suzanne
for doing this.
Ehrlichman.
It's wonderful.
So grateful for you.
Bye.
Thank you.